G'day off-roaders. It's been a little while since we've given you an update on the progress of our JK. And as you know from earlier episodes, it was doing okay with the 33-inch tyres and a 50mm lift, but it did need a fair bit of work to make it a real off-roader rig. Since last time, we've been busy at it making a few improvements to make sure the JK gets everywhere it needs to go to film the off-road show. Trying to keep up with some of these awesome homebrew trucks has proved difficult at times. So on this show, we'll run through some of the upgrades that's making the Offroad Show JK a real off-road rig. In the past, we've showed you the JK attempting a couple of the hills around Coffs Harbour. One of the more steeper tracks with bigger ruts proved a bit difficult on the day. And I think I mentioned something about it's nothing that bigger tyres and a lift kit wouldn't fix. So we've done that, plus a little bit more, and I was right. It did fix the problem. So here's the JK as it looks now. Here's the same track, driving the same line, except this time it's in the wet. And as you can see, there's no hesitation from the JK at all. So what have we done? Well, here you go. Diff ratios. Originally fitted with two 72:1 ratios, we've opted for 456s, which means lower gearing, lower wheel speed, and a lot more traction. So with the ring and pinions being replaced on the diffs, out came the original centres and in went some ARB air lockers, front and rear. When installing lockers, you also need to consider where you're going to locate your switches. They need to be visible and easily accessible to the driver. Ideally, you want them to be able to be activated without even looking. I made up this control box and mounted it directly above the rear vision mirror, sort of like a roof console, but a control box for lockers. Clearance was also an issue, and when a second-hand Old Man Emu kit came up that was near new, I jumped at it. The kit hadn't been used much at all, and it had been replaced in favour for something else. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. And installing this kit gave us about 100mm lift front and back, so not bad. And the kit went in easily with the assistance of the boys from the Jeep Action magazine. So with that lift kit in, it meant a lot more clearance for bigger tyres. And the bigger rubber came in the form of Mickey Thompson MTZs, 35 inches. Rolling on a set of 17-inch DC Torque rims, the Mickey Thompsons just love this terrain. And whether it's rock steps, mud, or greasy clay, the Mickey Thompson MTZs perform well. In fact, and I'm not getting paid to tell you this, Sando, Hodjo, and myself all run Mickey Thompsons as our tyre of choice. And that's because the Mickey Thompsons do the job for us every time, on all sorts of conditions, everywhere we go. There's a set of extended bump stops from Double Black Off-Road to help cater for the lift kit. They also do a neat little product called a chime buster. It stops the Jeep beeping at you every time you open the door when the keys are in the ignition. And for good measure, a set of sway bar disconnects, the advantages of which are quite obvious when you put the JK up on a ramp. by saving our pennies and being as hands-on as possible with the JK updates, we've really started to turn it into a real off-road rig. And we're really stoked with the off-road capabilities now of this JK, which is good for the Offroad Show because it means we can pretty much go anywhere and film anything. And if there's anything you'd like to see on the Offroad Show, just drop us a line through the website. And coming up on the show, there'll be more homebrew trucks, competition coverage, and of course, a lot more gratuitous off-roading on the Offroad Show. Thanks for watching, off-roaders, and we'll see you next time.